Ever wonder why some people's homes always look spotless without them seeming stressed or exhausted? Let's dive deep into the hidden secrets of effortless home maintenance. You might think keeping a perfectly clean home requires weekend-long cleaning marathons, but here's what might surprise you. Recent research on habit formation reveals the complete opposite is true. The seniors with the most consistently tidy homes actually spend less time cleaning than those who rely on sporadic deep cleans. Today, we're exploring 6 daily micro-habits that could transform your relationship with home maintenance forever. And here's the beautiful part. These strategies work with your natural rhythms, not against them. Important note, this isn't about perfection, it's about creating peaceful spaces that support your well-being. Have you ever walked into a friend's home and felt that immediate sense of calm? Everything seems perfectly placed, yet they never appear to be frantically cleaning. What's their secret? Studies in behavioral psychology reveal something fascinating. Daily micro-habits are exponentially more effective than periodic deep cleaning sessions. For those over 50, this discovery is particularly powerful because it prevents the physical strain and mental overwhelm that come with marathon cleaning days. Here's what's really happening in your brain. When your environment feels chaotic, your cognitive load increases. You're constantly processing visual clutter, making tiny decisions about what needs attention. This mental fatigue can impact everything from your mood to your energy levels. But when you implement these 6 simple habits, you're essentially creating what researchers call environmental autopilot, spaces that maintain themselves through gentle, consistent actions. Habit 1. Never leave a room empty-handed. This first strategy is beautifully elegant in its simplicity. Every time you move from one room to another, you simply ask yourself, is there something here that belongs where I'm going? Think about it. You're already walking to the kitchen. Could you carry that coffee mug from the living room, heading to the bedroom? Maybe grab that book that migrated to the dining table. Research shows this habit actually reduces decision fatigue because you're combining 2 actions you're already taking. Instead of creating separate tidying sessions, you're being mindful during movements you're already making. The metabolic benefit here is remarkable. You're preventing the gradual accumulation of items in wrong places, which often leads to that overwhelming, "where do I even start?" feeling that can spike stress hormones. Habit 2. The 2-minute rule revolution. Here's where things get scientifically interesting. Productivity experts have discovered that any task taking less than 2 minutes should be completed immediately rather than added to your mental to-do list. But here's the deeper insight. For older adults, this principle becomes incredibly powerful because it prevents what I call compound cleaning debt, where small tasks multiply exponentially until cleaning day feels mountainous. Let me share something fascinating from cognitive research. When you see a small mess and think, "I'll deal with that later," your brain actually continues processing that unfinished task in the background. It's called the Zeigarnik effect, and it quietly drains mental energy throughout your day. The solution? When you notice something requiring 2 minutes or less, wiping a counter, loading a few dishes, folding a small pile of clothes, handle it immediately. You'll be amazed how this simple shift creates mental space and prevents cleaning overwhelm. Habit 3. The evening reset ritual. This might be the most transformative habit of all. Spending just 10 to 15 minutes each evening returning your main living spaces to their baseline state. Research on sleep quality reveals something remarkable. People who go to bed in organized environments experience deeper rest and wake up with significantly greater mental clarity. Your subconscious mind processes environmental order as safety and control. Here's the beautiful part. This isn't about deep cleaning. You're simply moving through your main areas, kitchen, living room, bathroom, putting things back where they belong. Think of it as tucking your home in for the night. Studies on aging and cognitive function show that predictable routines support mental sharpness and reduce daily stress. When you wake up to clear counters and organized spaces, you're starting from a place of calm rather than playing catch-up. Habit 4. Strategic focus over perfection. Now here's where conventional cleaning wisdom gets it completely wrong. Most people try to maintain every room at the same level of tidiness, which is exhausting and unnecessary. Home organization experts have made a crucial discovery. Maintaining cleanliness in your high-traffic areas has a disproportionate impact on how organized your entire home feels. We're talking about your kitchen counters, main bathroom, entryway, and primary living space. The psychology here is fascinating. When these central zones are tidy, your brain perceives the entire home as more organized, even if other areas need attention. It's like the 80-20 rule applied to cleaning. 20% of your spaces create 80% of your home's overall feeling. For those over 50, this approach is particularly brilliant because it maximizes the visual and emotional impact of your efforts while minimizing physical demands. Habit 5. Daily maintenance over deep clean marathons. Let's talk about a pattern that's sabotaging millions of people's cleaning success. The dreaded weekend cleaning marathon, where you let things slide all week, then face an overwhelming mountain of tasks. Here's what research on sustainable habits reveals. Daily maintenance requires significantly less total time and energy than periodic intensive cleaning. Think of it like exercise. Walking 20 minutes daily is far more sustainable than running a marathon once a month. For older adults, this insight is especially important because it prevents the physical strain of heavy-duty cleaning sessions. Your energy remains consistent throughout the week instead of following a boom-bust cycle that leaves you depleted. The secret is trading one exhausting cleaning day for several gentle maintenance periods throughout your week. 15 to 20 minutes daily creates exponentially better results than 3 hours once a week. Habit 6. Shared responsibility revolution. Here's something that affects countless households, but rarely gets discussed openly: the burden of cleaning falling disproportionately on one person. Research on relationship satisfaction shows that shared domestic responsibilities contribute significantly to harmony and reduced stress for all household members. But here's the deeper insight. When cleaning becomes one person's default responsibility, it often creates resentment and exhaustion that impacts overall well-being. The solution isn't complex schedules or rigid charts. It's simply having gentle conversations about each person taking responsibility for their own items, plus one shared area. When everyone has some investment in maintaining your collective space, the entire dynamic shifts. You might be wondering why these simple changes feel so transformative. Here's the fascinating neuroscience. Habits that attach to existing triggers, like movement between rooms or bedtime routines, are significantly more likely to stick because they leverage patterns your brain already recognizes. Studies on aging and cognitive health reveal something crucial. Maintaining organized environments supports mental clarity and reduces daily stress. When your physical space is predictable and tidy, your mind can focus on activities you enjoy rather than constantly processing visual chaos. But here's the deeper benefit. These habits aren't just about cleanliness. They're about creating environmental conditions that support your autonomy and independence as you age. Every small action reinforces your sense of control and capability. Here's how to make this sustainable. Instead of trying to implement all 6 habits simultaneously, choose one that feels most natural and focus on it for a full week. Research on habit formation shows remarkable success rates when people start small and build gradually. The key is connecting new habits to existing routines, like attaching the 2-minute rule to your morning coffee ritual, or linking the evening reset to your bedtime preparations. Remember, people over 50 often have well-established routines, which actually makes adding new habits easier when they're properly anchored to existing patterns. You might be wondering if focusing on home maintenance will feel restrictive or take away from activities you enjoy more. Here's the beautiful truth. These habits are designed to give you more time and energy for what matters to you, not less. When home maintenance happens in small, consistent increments, you actually free up larger blocks of time for hobbies, relationships, and activities that bring you joy. And if you're concerned about physical limitations, remember that many of these habits can be adapted to work with your current abilities. The goal is creating systems that work for your unique situation, not following someone else's standards. Here's what really happens when you implement these habits consistently. You start each day in a space that feels calm and welcoming. Your stress levels decrease because your environment supports rather than overwhelms you. Research consistently shows that people who maintain organized homes report better sleep quality, lower anxiety, and greater feelings of accomplishment. For older adults specifically, having an orderly environment supports cognitive function and provides a powerful sense of mastery and independence. These 6 habits, carrying items between rooms, applying the 2-minute rule, resetting your space each evening, focusing on high-traffic areas, prioritizing daily maintenance, and sharing responsibilities, are simply tools to help you create the kind of home environment that supports your best life. Remember, creating a peaceful, organized home isn't about perfection. It's about developing gentle systems that work with your natural rhythms and support your well-being. Every small choice you make matters, and positive change is absolutely possible at any stage of life. Your experience and wisdom give you unique insight into what works for your lifestyle. Start with one habit that resonates most with you. Notice how it feels. Pay attention to the ripple effects in your daily peace and energy levels. Your home should be your sanctuary, a place where you feel calm, capable, and completely at ease. With these gentle daily practices, that's exactly what it can become. You have everything you need to create positive change. Trust your instincts, start small, and be patient with yourself as you build these new patterns. Your peaceful, organized home is waiting for you, and it's going to feel absolutely wonderful.